Hello, everyone. This is Anna, RTCMP practitioner. In the last episode, I shared two life-changing moments. One where a minor burn almost led to an arm's amputation, and another when I couldn't work for a year after giving birth to my first son. Both time acupuncture and herbal medicine helped me recover miraculously. Today, I'd like to tell you about third, equally powerful experience. It was the moment I truly decided I must study real, authentic, traditional Chinese medicine. At the time, I was learning homeschooling program in Canada. I worked closely with local families, connecting international students with host parents, designing English immersion programs, and building practical curriculums. One of the students I worked with, let's call her S, was older and had almost no English background. She experienced living with a host family in her early age 40s, quite late age compared to most. But cultural differences and fixed way of thinking caused frequent conflict. As the coordinator, I had to step in constantly, meditating disputes, solving problems, and observing stress week after week. And eventually, that stress took a toll on my health. It started with simple cold, but the coughing never stopped. For over 2 months, I lost my voice twice. At night, I couldn't lie down without coughing fits. Sleeping was nearly impossible. Eventually, I was rushed to the emergency room with a dangerously high fever, nearly 39 degrees Celsius, because my symptoms resembles an infectious disease. I was isolated in a private room and underwent every test imaginable, but the doctor found nothing. They gave me the antibiotics, painkillers, and then morphine. That's when things get worse. Without morphine, I couldn't sleep, eat, or function. With morphine, I was barely conscious. Lying down made me dizzy. Standing up made me vomit. Most days I was like zombie, just breathing but not living. After a week of this, I made the decision. I can't go on like this. I need to find a way to real heal, truly heal. I reached out every contact I had to find a reliable TCM doctor in Korea. The moment I landed at the Incheon airport, I went straight to meet him. He was a seasoned acupuncturist in his 70s, raised by a Western medical doctor, his own father, but trained in both Eastern and Western medicine. Looking at me, he said I was too fragile to return home right away and insisted I stayed with his family while receiving treatment. His wife kindly prepared herbal teas and foods and helped smooth my lung and body. 3 times a week, I received acupuncture, drank herbal decoctions. They treat people who couldn't afford care for free. Week after week, their sincerity and quiet dedication moved me deeply. I felt more than gratitude, something beyond words. Within a month, my fever disappeared. The coughing stopped. My voice returned. And I was no longer dependent on morphine. I remember lying awake one night thinking, this feels like being pulled back from the edge of death. How can I possibly repair this? Although I had taken great pride in my education work, there was always quiet emptiness in me, a sense that something was missing. And now I knew what it was. I wanted to give back, to pass on healing I received, to help others the way I had been helped. As soon as I returned to Canada, I began looking for the traditional Chinese medicine schools. I had no clear plan, just one thought. If I can, even one person, the way they helped me, it will all be worth it. We don't always repay the people who help us directly, but we can pay it forward. And that's how we return the gift to the world. Now, many years later, I believe I'm finally in the place to give what I received. This was Anna. See you in the next story. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Bye. Bye. Bye.